they used to teach the name, they stopped teaching the name of the Lord, which is Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? They just say Christ. You know? So, I mean,
then they say it because they basically say everybody's not worthy of the name. They gotta really come up in the ranks and actually come in their church and do all of this and that. I mean, if the Lord put the Spirit on you to get a name to somebody, you give it to somebody.
You know, what about the people that's gonna be saved that weren't prophets? And how would they get salvation? The everyday listeners like yourself, how would they get salvation through the name if they ain't know the name? If they didn't go through how would they get edification? So how would they learn?
When you went to that church, did you just was you able to just walk in?
Yeah, what is it? They let me in, there were burning something in there, and I don't know what it was, but it seemed like it was just, I don't know, I felt hot and I was kind of sweating for a bit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it was. I mean, because what I'm saying, I've always heard about the Black Israelites, thing, and I mean, I was always interested in this.
And that's I don't really know the correct term for it, but another thing, they say Black Hebrew Israelites. It's not no Black, it's Hebrew Israelites, because the Native Americans is part of us, the Hispanics is part of us. You know what I'm saying? If they actually call themselves Black Hebrew Israelites, they basically just saying it's about Negroes. But I know we got one of their flyers. They put up, that Hispanics is part of us and everything. But I know my brother, he said he tried to go there one time. I don't know if you went earlier when it first started or recently, but he said he couldn't just come in. They had to meet up with him first and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had to meet up with you.
Yeah, because when I first, was getting into, the Hebrew Israelites, I found out, maybe, I was I'm 28 now. I was 21 back then. It was about 7 years ago. When I first found out, Hebrew Israelites. So I tried to go to their church, I knocked on their door. They talked to me outside. They wouldn't let me in. They took down my number, and wanted to talk or whatnot. But they was like, well, we can't just let anybody in.
Yeah, what kind of stuff is that? You denying the word to somebody.
Right. And then through the Spirit, I run across these brothers. We've been rocking the scriptures ever since.
Yeah, like I said, if you listen to us, listen to them. If it's on your spirit to listen to us, y'all do. But we do research. You know what I'm saying?
You guys have a car?
No, we ain't got a car. We be out here on Saturdays, though. Pretty much come out here on Saturdays. I would say anywhere between 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I found out, a couple of years ago that Saturday is the actual Sabbath, and the reason why Sunday is considered it is because the rule of the Catholic Church.
Yeah, sun worship.
Yeah, I mean, shit, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing was, with most of these holidays that, that they're, at first, I don't know, for example, like Christmas. Yeah. I mean, the Christmas tree and all that other stuff. I mean, that's all pagan worship.
And it's in the scriptures.
Right.
It's right there in Jeremiah chapter 10.
Right.
And you can read that to somebody, but they're gonna go ahead and celebrate Christmas anyway because it ain't gonna hurt. They don't think it's gonna actually hurt them or whatnot. But and you said because they teach. That's another thing they go off on. They teach that the Sabbath is Friday to Saturday. Now, no. Sometimes I think it's like chapter 8, 5 and 8 or 8 and 5. Sometimes it could fall on Friday to Saturday because the day start at evening, sundown. So but yeah, they teach that. But the Sabbath it go according to the moon. Because matter of fact, get that in Genesis. Get that in Genesis. And it makes perfect sense, you know what I'm saying? Because back then, you don't see Monday through, you don't see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You don't see none of that in the scriptures. So it's like, how can you say that it's Friday to Saturday? You know, but the Jewish people, the Khazars, the ones that stole our heritage, they the ones that do Friday to Saturday. So them teaching that, they're basically teaching our people to conform to their Sabbath.
This is Genesis chapter 1, verse 14. And the Most High said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. Verse 14, Genesis 1:14. The Most High said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. And let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and years.
So he gave us the moon, and he gave us the stars, and he gave us the sun for, daytime, nighttime, and for signs and seasons. Because sometimes you have comets and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That means something can happen. That's about to happen. Lunar and solar eclipse means sometimes something's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? Different signs like that. And for seasons, as far as the feasts, you know what I'm saying? The Passover, the Purim, give me some more. Feast of Tabernacles, Day of Atonement. So the different, they didn't have Monday. Look, y'all, the Passover is on Wednesday. They never said that in the scripture. Behold, the Passover is on Wednesday. They didn't say that because they say like the first day, the second day, the third day. You know what I'm saying? Atonement. They definitely had it, bro.
Amos chapter 8 verse 5. It says, saying, I start from 4. It says, hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail, saying, when will the new moon be gone?
When will the new moon be gone? Go ahead.
That we may sell corn.
That we may sell corn, because you're not supposed to do what on the Sabbath? Work. Yeah, you're not supposed to work. In this sense, it was buying and selling and stuff. So he said, when will the new moon be gone that we may sell corn? Because when the new moon, that's why the moon go through its phases. You know what I'm saying? And then when the new moon comes, that's the, get that in Ecclesiastes 43:6. When the new moon comes, that's a new month. The word month actually comes from moon. You know what I'm saying? So when you see the new moon, well, you can't really see it, but it's like when you don't see it, when the phase of the new moon comes, that's a new month. And then at even, that's day 1. And then day 2, then day 3, then day 4, and then it'll be like the same Sabbath for like four weeks. And then it went through the phases, then another new moon is going to come, and then it could end up, in these times, Tuesday or Friday. Like right now it's Monday to Tuesday, and then it's about to change probably like a week or so.
It switches up, think about like a week, you got like 1 more week to it's gonna switch up.
That's why they had a lunar calendar, because they kept the days and stuff off of the moon. Was that it to that?
No.
Read that from the top.
It says, saying, when will the new moon be gone that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small and the shekel great, and falsifying the balances by deceit.
Yeah, so this is because they was getting over on their own people. So basically they was ready for the new moon to come so they can basically bring in that money. You know what I'm saying? Basically get over on their people again.
Because it said that we may buy or sell, because you're not supposed to buy or sell on the Sabbath as well. This is Ecclesiastes 43:6. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times.
Declaration of time. Time for what? Different times of the night, and the time of the Sabbath, when the Sabbath is going to be.
And a sign of the world. From the moon is the sign of feasts. A light that decreaseth in her perfection. The month is called after her name.
Month is called after her name. So when that new moon comes in, so do the new Sabbath.
Yeah, I got a question. What's the proper way of fasting?
In the scripture you have a half fast, and you have a whole fast. It's really up to you how you feel as far as, your discretion. Like, you can do a whole fast, which is no food, no water. Pretty much, you can do it from sundown to sundown. You can, because we actually, pretty soon, we got the Day of Atonement coming up. You know what I'm saying? So that's, guaranteed from sundown to sundown. No food, no water, no nothing to afflict your soul, of course. Then you have a half fast where you can just, like, eat no meat. You can drink no wine. Maybe only eat vegetables.
It's basically like
Bread,
abstaining from a certain thing for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Something that you like. Say like you like to drink. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna drink, you know what I'm saying, from Monday till Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you tell the Lord that you're gonna do, you follow behind it.
Yeah.
I'm saying you can watch TV. See, you got a problem with watching TV. Okay, I'm not gonna watch TV, you know what I'm saying, from sundown to sundown. I'm gonna study, meditate on the Lord, you know what I'm saying, research and do all that.
But it's mainly far as food, because that really afflicts you, you know what I'm saying? Because you have, like, sometimes, sometimes I'm not even hungry, but it's like, I want to go get something to drink. I want to go get something to eat, you know what I'm saying? So that's what a fast is for, is to keep you humble at the end of the day, really. Keep you humble, grateful, and appreciative of what the Lord gives you, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, That's why we have a day where we actually have to fast, the Day of Atonement.
And atonement, like you said, it's to afflict or to humble your soul. Get yourself in order.
All right, you guys have a good day.
All right.